38 special lead round nose. I'm going to test 4-inch versus 3-inch versus 2-inch barrel and see what we get. And I've done a test like this with Remington lead round nose, and I want to try the American Eagle now. This stuff, I believe, is rated at 770 feet per second on the box. It's a 158 grain lead round nose. So I want to see what we'll get in the 4-inch barrel, the 3-inch barrel, and the 2-inch barrel. And a lot of people actually carry this stuff in their guns. And to be honest, it's not really the worst choice that there is. You know, when I've tested other rounds like this, they don't over-penetrate, and that's one thing to be said for it. Another thing is they typically have higher stopping power than even some of the 380 hollow points and 32 ACP hollow points and stuff like that, even though it's just target ammo. Now, officially, this stuff has about a 50% one-shot stop statistics. I looked at the statistics for a 4-inch barrel, it said 52%. I looked at it for a 2-inch barrel, it said 49%. So it's really close no matter what barrel length you use. And we actually have a subscriber here that was in law enforcement back in the 70s, and he had to use this particular round a couple times. And interesting, he said one instance it worked really well, and another instance it didn't work that well at all, which would again indicate about a 50% success rate. You look at like 22 long rifle, even like Stingers and some of the really good stuff out there, you're working with about a 25% one-shot stop. So 50% for just cheap target ammo isn't that bad. So I'm going to go through the chronograph, see what kind of velocity and accuracy I get at the same time. And another thing I wanted to address with this very specifically, and the reason why I actually bought this ammo, is that I wanted to see how the 3-inch barrel Taurus 856 does for accuracy. Because in my unboxing video, what happened was I got really poor accuracy, and somebody said, and a lot of different people said, hey, have somebody else shoot it before you say it, the accuracy is bad. And I don't really know any revolver shooters, but what I am going to say is our Taurus 605 here has basically the identical frame to this 856. I did some caliper measuring, and it's the same here. Everything's the same. The only difference is the 856, the top strap's a little taller. Same grip, so I should be able to see what's going on. You know, if this shoots terrible and this even shorter barrel shoots really well, I might tell you something. So again, I'm going to go through the chronograph, but I am going to put a bunch of rounds on paper here and see what we get for accuracy. And I'm going to do my 10% clear ballistic test here. And what I got is my 1/4-inch medium density fiberboard behind our first 3 inches of 10% clear ballistics. The reason why I do that is because clear ballistics is about half as dense as tissue typically, so 3 inches of clear ballistics is kind of like 1.5 inches pectoral muscle, and on our medium density fiberboard is like hitting ribs or sternum, and some more clear ballistics. So I'll do a shot with the medium density fiberboard and without it, because with it's like a chest shot, without it's like a gut shot, and then I will launch some at my steel like I always do. I always like to do that for fun. So let's get started with this test. All right, because I'm going to do a lot of accuracy testing, I'm just going to run a couple rounds through each barrel length through the chronograph to see what we get. So let's start with our 4-inch barrel. I'm about 5 yards from the chronograph. See what kind of velocity we get. 783, 795, not bad. Let's try our 3-inch barrel now. I'm gonna go single action with this. 736, 768. I did replace the front sight on this with the standard black one. In the original video I did with unboxing this, I did use the fiber optic, so I wanted to switch it out and see if it made a difference. Now our 2-inch barrel, see how this does for velocity. 686, 709. So, you know, about what we got with the Remington. The bolt design on this is slightly different, so I don't know how that's going to do in gel, but let's set our gel block and see how these do. All right, I'm going to go through our medium density fiberboard with each barrel length and see how it does. So here's our 4-inch barrel. I don't know where that went, so I'm going to do it again. One more. 3-inch barrel. Here's our 2-inch barrel. Let's go take a look. All right, so what we're seeing here is kind of what we saw with some of the Remington ammo with our 4-inch barrel. We went through our MDF, we went to about 14 3/4, not over penetration at all. Now it looks like here with our 2-inch and our 3-inch barrel, they're really close bullet pass, but they went to the identical distance here. It looks like potentially our 2-inch may have tumbled more damage there, but what we're looking at there is about 13 3/4. So, you know, they did not over penetrate. That's a really good thing. And this is what we're seeing here with our MDF. So not bad. Let's try our plain clear ballistics shot and see how that does. All right, plain clear ballistics, 4-inch barrel. I knew it was going to do that for some reason. Do it again. Plain gel, 3-inch barrel. 2-inch barrel. We'll take a look. So a little bit different results there. Interesting though. So what we got with our 4-inch barrel is we went up to about 15.5 inches, which is barely more than with our MDF. We had good damage in there. The next one up, our 3-inch barrel actually had the most damage. That looks very similar to a hollow point, which is interesting. And we got 16.5 inches. And with our 2-inch barrel, we got a penetration of about 14.25 inches. So none of these over penetrated, and what that has to do with most of it is just that they're not super powerful. But also with our lead noses, we can get a little bit of deformation and stuff like that. So that's interesting to see that. And very much like the Remington, it looks like you could do a lot worse than lead round nose. They seem to be doing quite well, and we're not dealing with a lot of the issues we have with hollow points where, you know, if I was using denim, you know, you could clog a hollow point. I didn't even use it for this because I didn't need it. We're not going to clog a hollow point. You know, we're not going to over penetrate. If that happens, sometimes we get tumbling, so it's not bad. So let me do my accuracy testing on paper. I just want to see how these guns compare to that 3-inch 856. All right, so here's some recovered bullets, and this is our plain gel. We don't have any real nose deformation. I mean, it's slightly, a little bit, but, you know, pretty much just held together solid. That's pretty much what they look like. And when we look through our MDF, it actually stripped the sides here, you know, some of that oxidation off, stuff like that. And we see a greater nose deformation, pretty much. Not really a significant difference. And that's mostly because that's a lot of mass and it's not a lot of energy. So it just keeps on trucking through consistently, even when it hits something hard like that. So that's what you get with those bullets. Interesting to see those. All right, I'm about 6 yards from the target, so I'm just gonna see how these will all group for me in double action. So I'm gonna go for the target on the lower right with my Smith & Wesson 686 here to see how it does for me. All right, my 686 does group just a little bit to the left with this particular ammo. So let me try my 2-inch barrel. Now, theoretically, the 3-inch barrel should shoot way better than the 2-inch barrel. And a lot of people wanted to see me shoot without gloves. They were saying that it was all me pulling it to the left. So we'll see. Let's go with our upper circle up there on the upper right there with our 2-inch barrel. All right, not bad. So if people are right that it's me and this is the same frame size, this should shoot a lot tighter group than that 2-inch barrel. So I'm gonna go for the target, the little circle on the upper left. All right, let me go up and take a look at that. All right, so with our 686, this particular ammo shot a little bit to the left. Not bad. With our 605 here, that's a flyer, that's me. But the other four are pretty much where I aimed. I aimed here with my 856. I would say that's a flyer. And it looks like we have a tight group up here, but it is not point of aim and impact. You know, we're up here a good inch and over about 1.5 inches. So 1.5 inches off versus, you know, point of aim. And this is probably just the particular gun, the way that it shoots that. So let me shoot the steel now from a little distance, because sometimes I will amplify, you know, the problems I'm having, and I'll give us a closer look. So I think I'll do 25 yards. I'm gonna wear my gloves. A lot of people were saying that was throwing off my accuracy, but for me, it actually improves it when it's cold out here. So I'm at my 25-yard marker. I'm gonna aim center mass, 4-inch, 2-inch, and then we'll move on to our 3-inch. And just kind of see if it is me or if it's the gun. So 4-inch barrel. Let's see what I can do. I'm gonna try my best here. 25 yards. Center mass. All right, so this is mirroring what we saw on paper, where it's pretty much the same group, but just bigger. You know, it's just a little bit over, all over to the left, a little bit there. So now I'm gonna pull out my 2-inch barrel, same thing. See how that does for me. All right, so looks like, you know, I had a couple flyers there. Not a great group. At least they all hit, so let me try our 856 here. See how that does. So I'm aiming completely center mass. And that's what I'm getting. I got a couple more rounds. I'm gonna try something here. All right, 2-inch barrel. I'm gonna go single action. See if it's possible to get a headshot with this gun. There we go. I'm gonna aim exactly the same way with this 856, and other than the sight being black, it's the same sight, so that's what I can do. Missed it, so, and I knew that was gonna happen. It was gonna pull up and it was gonna pull over to the left like it was doing when I unboxed it, like it's doing on paper here. So for whatever reason, this 856, it shoots pretty high and pretty left. So I couldn't really tell on steel exactly where I was hitting, but you know, it's definitely not where I'm aiming. So, and I thought using lead ammo would give us a really fair comparison because, you know, it's oversized. It's at least 358 diameter, maybe more. So that's really gonna grip the rifling evenly and give each gun a chance for that rifling to grip that bullet. So we saw that the 856 didn't love that ammo. Well, I hated the ammo. But our 686 is what I meant to say. Didn't love the ammo, but it shot it okay. Our 2-inch barrel 605 actually liked that ammo. It seemed to shoot pretty center. Anything that was off is me. Because at 5 yards here, you know, you can really tell pretty much everything at 5 yards, 6 yards, that it's really hitting center. There's not really anything consistently going one way or the other. That's where our 856 consistent up left. And when I'm using the exact same frame, and they really are exactly the same frame almost. I did caliper measurements, everything. You can see the top strap on the 856 is slightly taller than the tap strap on the 605, but identical grips, caliper measure from the trigger to here, same thing here, exactly the same. And our frame was almost exactly the same as well. So very similar guns. If I could shoot this one well, I should have shot this one better, and I didn't shoot it better. Shot it worse. So that's what you get today with testing out the Taurus 856. Also, you know, testing out its ability with the lead brown nose in gel. And what I am seeing is that overall you could do a lot worse. I mean, it's not bad ammo. Now you got probably a 50% chance of stopping a threat with each shot. That could be said with even ammo that says that it's a 95% one-shot stop. Sometimes it doesn't work, but overall I'm going to say it's pretty capable compared to something else that somebody might think is good, like 22. I think it does better. So that's what you get today. So as always, comment, share, and like, and thanks for watching.